Good morning everyone. So last night obviously I ended up staying at Loyalty Beach, which I thought was actually like a super cute spot, like right on the water essentially. Really nice sunset, beautiful spot, and essentially what happened was I ended up staying here. I took the bypass road obviously, and about half the four-wheel drive crew I was with took the bypass road, and then two of the cars took the second half of the telly track and didn't make it here last night. So this morning we found out what happened was they did make it to the ferry last night, but one of the guys actually flipped his car or rolled it over on, I think, a bank, like just collapsed under him, so did a little bit of damage to one of the side panels and to his like rooftop tent just on the right, like driver's side of the door. So could have been a lot worse, but not ideal. So they did make it through this morning, but they're headed off, and I think today is the day that I'm going to head a little bit higher, because you know what, I already made it to Seasha and Loyalty Beach obviously last night, so I'm going to just drive the last section as far as I can. I spoke to a bunch more people and there are a few water crossings that are going to stop me making it actually to the top, but I'm going to drive as far as I can and then just hitch the rest, I think is the plan, and hopefully make it to the tip today. Okay, I am out of here, so I think just first stop is fuel. I've got to get in town. I've used about half a tank, so pretty good actually since sweeper, but I want to do that, and then I'm gonna head through probably to the croc tent, just see what the road's like, cross out through Bamaga and head up to the tip. Okay, out of here. Pretty cool little spot, just pretty dusty but right on the water. It was really interesting last night. A whole bunch of people were basically saying that they didn't get any sleep because all these brumbies were like coming through the campground. So not like in Cairns or any of your cities where your campground's all fenced off, all got its boom gates and everything else. It's really relaxed here, and anyone can basically walk through the campground, anything can walk through the campground. So yeah, a whole heap of horses coming through. To be quite honest, I didn't even hear them. Apparently I can just sleep through anything, but yeah, pretty weird, pretty nice little campground otherwise though. Alrighty, I've just fueled up. That was so funny. So obviously there's only one service station in Seasha. I think there might be another in Bamaga, but it was about $1.70 for diesel here, so cheapest in the area. And I fueled up, go in, and the guy's like, "Oh, good morning, Laura." It's literally the funniest feeling being up in such a remote part of Australia, and literally everyone knows me. It's super weird. But basically, last night staying at the camp, I decided I'd go for a bit of a sunset walk down the beach. I walked down and ran into a guy I'd met at Weeper, which was really cool, said hello to him, and the guy working at the service station is the mate of the guy I met in Weeper, so he now knows me. But then standing there talking to them for a while, and another lady's like, "Oh my god, hey!" And she was a lady that was also travelling on her own, but with the Cairns 4-wheel drive club, so she was really sweet, and made it up here. She's gorgeous actually, but she came from Bramwell Station. I stayed there with them, and then walked down the beach a bit further, and another guy's like, "Hey, you made it, Laura." And I was like, oh my god, I'm not going to get very far, but all really, really beautiful people, and it's just such a weird feeling knowing everyone so far from home, but because everyone's doing the same basically return trip up here, it's really awesome to know that there's a fair few familiar faces around, aside from even that crew that I was travelling with, and everyone has been super, super friendly. So if I go out here and get stuck or need a lift, I think I should be okay. Anyway, I'm just headed to the croc tent. Now, I'm pretty sure there's no water on the way there. It's only just past the croc tent. Now, the guy as well at the service station, I was just talking to him, he said you can definitely walk through all the creek crossings up here. And I was like, are there crocodiles in there? But he said it should be okay to walk at first. So I'll just go suss it out and see how deep. But I reckon I'll get to the croc tent and probably hitch a lift from there. so nice. Okay, so I obviously just had a quick look at the crop tent and got myself a map. So they are really good. They will give you a bit of advice and a free map here. The lady was like, oh, go suss it out. So definitely there is a creek crossing that's pretty bad. It's literally 5 kilometers from the tip. I'm gonna be so mad if I make it this far, hundreds of Ks, literally like over 1,000 kilometers to not make it the last 5. But I'm about to drive up there and check it out now anyway, so a little bit further to go and then either get through or hitch to the tip. Alright, goodbye crop tent. I will be back soon, I am sure. So that is the turn off the pun sand. Obviously I've not headed down there, there's another water crossing, but 15 Ks to the tip, which is kind of cool. I am so like excited honestly that I've made it this far. So I'll just check out this last little bit of road, but I mean exciting that I will at least get to see it today. You can't see them until you drive really slow, and I'm a little bit worried I'm gonna bottom out on a few of them, so I'm currently doing like literally 10 Ks an hour just to get through here. Okay guys, so I've just made it to the final water crossing and I've made the call not to go through. I walked through and it's basically knee deep. I took a photo, I'll probably pop it up here somewhere for you. But I'm pretty gutted to have got this far and not be able to take my car the last like literally 5 kilometers, and then it's like a kilometer walk or something at the end. So absolutely devastating, but you know what, the adventure does not end here because I am going to get myself to the Cape. This has been a pretty epic adventure so far, and I mean it's just not worth it for me to destroy my car on this one little puddle 5k's from the Cape, but you know what? The Hyundai did pretty bloody well, so you all should be impressed that it made it this far. Alright, I'm sorry little car, I'll be back for you. Oh, this is the final water crossing before the tip. That is so deep. Check it out, it's red there. So many people here. So I made it to the tip almost. We just have to walk the last kilometre from the car park. Like that's where the walking track starts. I mean, I'm so excited, but I'm so gutted at the same time. Literally like 4k's or something from the tip, come out at this beautiful blue water, but I don't know, pretty gutted to be honest. So this is the final walk to the tip. It is a bit windy, but not too far to go. There we go, the most northern point of Australia. There we go, I did make it to the most northerly point of Australia. Just had to walk and hitch the last bit, but otherwise pretty good. Okay guys, I am just back at my car now. Obviously I did make it to the Cape, not quite with my baby, just those last like 5k's, which is As I said, absolutely devastating, but I'm pretty proud of myself for making it this far, and if you've made it this far with me, thank you so much for watching. Now, I'm sure this video is going to be getting on quite a bit by this point, but I have so much I still want to explore in the Cape and further down, so if you want to keep watching, see how I go on the way back, stay tuned for a part 2. I'm about to head to Somerset now, so I'm sure that will be in the next video, as well as hopefully a few more tracks up here. But that is the end of my journey north up to the Cape. It's been absolutely incredible. I actually did no damage whatsoever, or no immediate damage, let's say. I'm sure there's a fair bit of wear and tear in the long term, but no flat tires, no cracked windscreen, nothing fallen off that I'm aware of at least. So really, really well. She handled the corrugations really well, and I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone who has come and said hello to me, who's given me an update on the roads, who has just pushed me to keep going, because you guys have been so incredible, and it has just been awesome meeting so many of you along the way, and even for all the lifts I've gotten. Thank you so much. It would definitely help to have a four-wheel drive up here, but I have had an incredible time, and I'm so proud of this freaking little Hyundai. She has done amazing, and I wouldn't have done it any other way. Hopefully one day I will come back and four-wheel drive it, but for now I am so glad to be here and to have made it this far. So thank you all so much for watching with me.